Welcome to CINEPRO, where we bring your favorite movies back to life with quick recaps, hidden details, and everything you missed. Our movie begins with a young man named Jin. His wife, Kat, told him to get up and have breakfast. While eating, he notices that there is an epidemic spreading in the world. But he doesn't care. He goes out to the balcony to get some fresh air. He notices that there is a person standing still on the roof across from him. He starts to get scared. The person turns towards him and there is blood on his clothes. Just then, Kat comes and tells him, "Remember, you're taking me to work." After that, she tells him to finish the sandwich. Don't leave it like that. He looks again for the person and finds he's disappeared. After a while, his neighbor Lin comes out to water the plants. He looks like he has a cold and is tired. He advises him to see a doctor, but Lin says, "They're all liars." A bit later, he takes Kat to her work. By coincidence, they witness a bloody accident and it affects them emotionally. He drops her off at work and tells her, "Call me when you're done." On his way back from the accident scene, he finds a police car empty and open. He goes to a restaurant near his house and orders his usual coffee. At that moment, a strange person enters the restaurant. One of the people sees him and says, "Who do you want, sir?" As soon as he turns, he grabs the cook and burns him with boiling oil. Jin suspects that this woman is the one he saw earlier on the rooftop. She attacks him, but a car comes and saves him. He thanks the driver, whom wanted to bite him. People gather around him, so he runs away as fast as he can. The zombie tells them, "Catch him from the other side." Luckily, he makes it home. He grabs his phone and calls Kat, but there's no signal. He sends her a message and asks her to stay where she is until he can rescue her. But the problem is, he's shocked when Lin tries to kill him with scissors. He says, "What's wrong with you?" Unfortunately, Lin cuts his fingers, but Jin pushes him away. He eats the finger and Jin is terrified and his heart is full of fear. He spits out the finger, but Jin hits him on the head and leaves the house. He tries to stop the bleeding and looks for somewhere to hide. He hears someone screaming for help and sees the zombies eating him. He takes the motorcycle and leaves, and all the zombies in the area try to catch him. On the other side, Kat finishes work and takes the metro. A harasser sits next to her and says, "What are you reading?" She tells him, "Mind your own business." He grabs her hand. She says, "Will you respect yourself or not?" He says, "Okay, I will shut up." She leaves him and gets up. A girl named Yuan sits next to him. He says, "What beautiful eyes." Suddenly, a zombie attacks people and the whole place turns to chaos. The harasser turns into a zombie, and the problem is, he hits Yuan in the eye with a stick. As soon as the metro stops, Kat takes Yuan and leaves. But the problem is, Yuan gets tired and can't continue. They see someone watching them from afar and call out for help. Surprisingly, it's the same guy. He says, "Come here for a nice hug." By coincidence, they bump into a normal person. He says, "Who did this to you?" The guy says, "Me." He attacks him and bites his nose. Kat takes Yuan and tries to get out, but the zombie insists on killing them. The door closes, but they manage to get through at the last second and the guy gets trapped inside. He tells her, "We'll meet again." On the other side, Jin escapes from the zombies, but the whole city is in chaos and there are corpses everywhere. He keeps walking until he reaches a quiet place and wraps his hand with a bandage to stop the bleeding. Suddenly, he hears a loud noise and finds zombies cornering someone and torturing him. This scene makes Jin angry and he kicks one of them. His friend grabs a stick and says, "I swear, I won't leave you." Jin takes the stick and hits him. They get scared and run away. He unties the person and tries to calm him down. At that moment, some guys arrive and think Jin is the one who did this, so he takes the motorcycle and leaves. On the other side, Kat reaches the hospital and goes in to treat her friend Yuan. Yuan holds Kat's hand and says, "You're the bravest girl I've ever known. Thank you from the bottom of my heart." Kat says, "Don't say that. We're sisters." She sees someone with a phone and asks to make a call, but there's no signal in the place. We see the Chinese army holding a press conference to explain to people what's happening in the country, saying there are 5 million infected with the virus. The Chinese president comes in and gives a speech, asking people to follow instructions and saying they're doing their best to stop the spread. The problem is, the army commander starts to feel sick and suddenly turns into a zombie. He grabs the president, bites a grenade open with his teeth, and blows up his head in front of millions of viewers. Someone insults the army, and an officer hears him and starts a fight. The hospital security threatens to kill them. At that moment, the same guy arrives and sees Kat. He says, "Didn't I tell you that I will find you?" He breaks the glass and kills the guards, and an army of zombies storms the hospital. This guy is looking for his beloved Kat. By chance, he sees Yuan. He takes off his jacket so it doesn't get dirty and says, "What are these lovely cheeks?" "Do you mind if I eat them?" On the other side, Kat enters a quiet place away from the zombies and tries to call Jin again. Thankfully, he answers. He asks, "Where are you?" "I've been trying to call you for an hour." She tells him she's trapped in a hospital and gives him the address. He asks her to stay in a safe place until he gets there. While she's sitting in peace, the zombies break in. She enters the maternity ward and locks the iron door. The guy arrives and says, "No one will separate us." He gets in through the door opening and locks it tightly so they're alone. He searches for her everywhere, but she's hiding and makes no sound. When the right moment comes, she hits him with a fire extinguisher on the head. She takes advantage of the opportunity and kills him. At that moment, the lab door opens and we see Dr. Young bring her inside to safety and lock the door. But he's afraid she might be infected because her body is covered in blood. He asks her. She handcuffs herself and turns on the water to wash the blood off her body. Alla makes sure she's okay, so she puts on new clothes and gets rid of her old ones. But she notices something moving in the trash. She opens the bag and is shocked to find a zombie child, and Yanji injects her with the virus and handcuffs her hands. He told her, "I injected the children with the virus to reach the cure, but unfortunately they turned into zombies because they have no immunity to the virus. You will turn into a zombie in 5 minutes, and if you don't, then you have immunity to the virus, and then I will use you to make the cure." At that time, Jin arrives at the hospital, but instead of calling her, he throws his phone away and starts acting strangely. He counts 5 minutes while Yanji waits for the result and discovers that she is immune to the virus. He says to her, "I've been waiting for you for a long time. Get ready. A plane will land on the hospital roof in 10 minutes. We have to catch it." So they leave the lab and walk quietly. Suddenly, a zombie hits him with an axe and cuts off his toes, but he kills it at the last moment. After that, Kat helps him so he can catch the helicopter. She's shocked to find Jin in front of her, and unfortunately, he has turned into a zombie. Yanji points a gun at him, and Kat tries to stop him. He pushes her away and shoots him, but the bullet doesn't kill him, and he finishes off Dr. Cad. Kat takes the keys from him and locks herself in before Jin can reach her. Jin is upset because he came to save her and turned into a zombie because of her. She manages to escape and heads for the helicopter, but we're surprised to find that she too has turned into a zombie. And if you liked today's video, don't forget to like, subscribe to the channel, and activate the bell to receive all new updates. See you in the next video.